Hello everyone, this is Christian from Global Reach, and today we're talking about the comparisons feature in Google Analytics 4. But let's cover what it is, where to find it, and how to use it. So let's start with the basic, which is what it is. So the comparison feature basically lets you take your data and create subsets of your data and compare those subsets. What you could do is you could take your subsets and compare them with one another, or you could compare your subsets with your total user base. So there are multiple ways you can use it. It all depends on what your objectives are. So in terms of where to find it, it won't be available on the very first page of Google Analytics. What you want to do is after you've opened your Google Analytics platform, you want to go over here to the left-hand side and go to the report section. And once you have opened that report section, on the top right-hand side, what you'll see four little icons. On the leftmost icon, that's kind of a black box and a white box, that is the Edit Comparisons button that you want to use. So once you click on that, it's going to give you a bunch of different subsets. So like I said earlier, this lets you split your data up into multiple subsets. And what Google has done here is Google has created a bunch of different subsets that you could choose from by default. You can create your own, but we'll talk about it later. So the default ones that Google has created are traffic related, so the different types of traffic sources, and the different types of devices that users are coming from. So let's keep it simple here for this first demo. Let's take a look at the difference between mobile users and web users. So I'm going to check mobile users and web users, and I'm seeing that they populate here. So let's compare our total user base with our mobile traffic and our web traffic. So I have all users, mobile traffic, and web traffic. I'm going to go ahead and click on Apply. And what this does is it basically generates a whole new dashboard based on the comparison that I selected. So it's going to color code my traffic or color code my data so I can easily distinguish. So you can see here pretty easily that the blue line here is all users, the orange line is mobile users, and the light blue aqua color here, this is for web traffic. So this lets me compare my traffic by total users, mobile users, and web users. So I'm able to look at the breakdown over here. It basically gives you a bunch of different metrics for each category. Let's say I want to narrow my focus and only look at mobile traffic versus web traffic. What I can do here is go up to Edit Comparisons, click away from all users, and only focus on mobile traffic and web traffic, and click Apply. And this will basically give me a report or a customized report that only looks at mobile traffic and web traffic. So this is how you can use that by default. Now, in a real use setting, you may want to dig deeper in this, and you absolutely can dig deeper in this, and I very much encourage that you dig deeper in this. So let's talk about how to create kind of your own custom segments. So I'm going to go up here to the Edit Comparisons feature, and you'll notice in the top right hand side there is a Create New feature. So what you want to do is click on Create New, and you can now select a dimension to create here. So there are a bunch of different options you can choose from. Let's say we want to create a segment of people between the ages of 18 and 24 who use their mobile devices to visit my website. So I'm going to click on Demographics Age, and I'm going to do Match Type Exactly Matches 18 and 24. And then I'm going to create a new condition. We can add up to 5 conditions. So I'm going to just create 2 conditions here. And then 1824, and I'm going to type in device category exactly matches mobile. So now I'm looking at age matches 1824 and device category matches mobile. So we have this comparison in here. I'm going to click Apply. And as you can see here, it's adding to the comparisons that we selected before. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the comparisons feature, and I'm going to change it up a little bit. I want to look at the age matches 1824 and matches mobile, and compare that with all users. So I'm going to click Apply. And what we can see here after it toggles is that it compares all users versus the new comparison that I've created. So this will vary based on how much data you have. As you can see here, there just isn't a lot of data. We have 21 people compared to 5,000 people. So the comparisons won't really be as informative as maybe two smaller segments or two larger segments. So that is how you want to use this. If there is another comparison that you want to use all the time and that your organization really values, what you can do is you can create a comparison and you can save it in your Google Analytics 4 property. So let's talk about how to do that. So if you want to save a comparison in your Google Analytics 4 property, what you want to do is you want to go down to the admin section. And under the admin section, under the data display section, what you have here is you have a comparison section. So if you click on comparisons, you have all the default comparisons that Google has created for you. But what you can do is you can create a new comparison. So I'm going to create that same comparison that I did earlier, which is age exactly matches 18 to 24, and device category exactly matches mobile. So I'm going to save this. And what you can do is you can create a comparison name and create a description. I think the comparison name here is pretty informative and pretty self-explanatory, so I'm going to keep it as it is, and I don't think we need a description for this. I'm going to click confirm. And now, as you can see, that new comparison has been added here. And whenever I want to use it, I can just go back to reports. And once I'm on reports, it's going to be right here where I want it. So there are kind of three levels to this. What you can do is for comparisons, you can use the pre-built comparisons. You can also create a new comparison if you want to look at something once. But if you want to look at something multiple times and keep going back to it, what you can do is you can go to the admin section and create your own comparison. So use the features that you want to use and that's going to be most beneficial for you and your organization. I hope this tutorial was beneficial for your understanding of comparisons in Google Analytics 4. Thanks a ton for watching and feel free to watch any other tutorials on our page.